Hello and welcome to Alster Castle, my Fire Move 4 0% Growth Genealogy of the Holy War playthrough. So first off, what you'll notice is some weird rescue / warping shenanigans. Credits to this strategy for the 161 turn A rank Nika video playthrough. Doing this allows me to return Celis home, warp Sylvia back to Melgen, because she can actually be recruited because Celis isn't on the gate. Then next turn I will just have my warp staff user returned to the home base to warp Celis over to Melgen, which allows me to move. Oh, did I say Sylvia? I think I said Sylvia. Layla. I get them confused because they're exactly the same. But that then allows Celis to move his full move once, then get danced, then move it again in one turn. And this allows me to complete the castle in 21 turns, because funnily enough, with a leg rank, the Alster Castle Gate is exactly three full moves away for Celis. So doing this manages to cut a turn, and which is why I needed so many chumps to fight in that castle, even though I could have had one good unit do it. Because if I had one good unit do it, then it would still be risky, and I might not be able to get Lana and Julia up quick enough to warp Celis back and save that turn. So good for that. So that's good. Here, if he gets prepared to fight. So now I'm going to probably have to describe one important thing about this castle. While Yeed Castle was Celis' Desert Odyssey, this is Tristan's RNG random number generator Odyssey, where he alone slaves away through using his masochistic tendencies to burn so many RNs, just so that a bunch of super unlikely scenarios occur. First, I need Daisy to clear the arena, which is actually surprisingly possible through the Sleep Sword. Second, I need Leaf to clear the arena, which is possible, which is highly riggable, but still very unlikely. And I need Oifi to proc 2 consecutive criticals on Bloom at a 43% hit rate. So needless to say, that takes a lot of RNG abuse. And here you're going to see how ridiculously far Celis can move. So he goes all that way, which is crazy enough. Layla dances him. He goes all the way over again, and now he's exactly 12 squares away from the gate. So yeah. Here I'm feeding this kill onto the Light Sword instead of the Hero Sword, because the Hero Sword has enough kills now, it's within critical range, and that's all I need for it, because I can rig. And it's only ever used to take down singular targets. So now I'm beginning to focus on feeding kills onto the Light Sword. I'm going to have Oifi do the majority of the work next chapter, and he'll also be able to get a bunch of kills on Wyvern Knights and Thracia. So that's his main calling. Because I need it to get a bunch of kills so that I can hand it over to Shannon when he takes on the Ron Ritter, and it needs a lot of kills so that it can crit a lot and damage and thus one-round enemies. So that's what I need to do. And yeah, so it took quite a bit of rigging, but here it is. This will be the only video of the playthrough probably where there's a section of stuff going on that I just will not commentate, besides the occasional RNG abuse. Like, once I'm done explaining everything and I'm onto the RNG portion, I'm not gonna say anything because it's just minutes upon minutes of RNG abuse. So, to clear the arena, Leaf uses the Hero Sword mostly, because that's really good because you can rig a lot of criticals with it. And he also uses the Shield Ring for the final fight, which makes it so that being hit by the boss reduces him to only 1 HP instead of outright killing him, which makes it far easier to rig, because even with the Shield Ring he can do it. And while this all seems very expensive, you have to remember that he has the Bargain Ring, so he can exchange rings for absolutely no money lost. Finally, oh yeah, Leaf makes it to level 11 by the end of this chapter, which is good because it gives him some civilians to save, and he can also obviously get some more EXP by clearing the next 2 arenas, meaning that he's completely on track towards getting promoted on time, which is excellent. I'll have no trouble with him. And besides feeding him experience, like, there are really no experience objectives in this generation, which makes it a lot nicer than the first in that regard. Like, maybe I'm gonna try my hardest to get Jan promoted, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it technically saves a turn, but it does give me a lot more room. And let me think. Oh yeah, I'm also going to need to have Daisy give money to Layla, simply because next chapter she needs to buy the night ring and the leg ring, because I think it's going to hurt. You might think that's a good idea, like in a normal playthrough, to keep the leg ring on Celis, at least until the rescue staff comes a factor, but Celis having 12 move is just excessive on 0% growth for chapter 8, because though he can obviously move faster, which seems like in theory it would cut turns, even with the maximum amount of rigging, Celis cannot solo chapter 8, like he cannot in a playthrough with growths. So it's better to give it to a unit who will just speed everything up. That unit being Layla. Especially because later on in this chapter, I think I'm going to have to do a test run. But I think with some, playing around a bit with the leg ring, with the rescue staff that Seti comes with, I can actually cut turns with that. So look forward to that, but since the combined cost of the night ring and the leg ring is 60k, even with and the maximum amount of money is 50k, even with a massive money dump, it won't work out. And as you can see here, which means that Layla, has to give money to her twice, so that I don't have to waste a turn dancing Daisy to give her more money, because using the give command ends a unit's turn, which is why that needs to be done. So I also have her worked. And besides that, I'm thinking, but there's nothing else to say. So this chapter is completed in 21 turns. Even with growth, it's impossible to improve it. The reason I can match the same turn count as in growths is simply because this map is Celis has to run around everywhere, so you can kind of clear enemies out long before he arrives. With growths, it's a little tighter without growths, but yeah, I can match the same turn count, which is good. I won't be able to say that about a lot more chapters. So wow, I even managed to talk until the Bloom kill. Surprised I made this far. So the 2 parts of this chapter you might want to look at is just, at 12 minutes, Daisy will spend about a minute with 1,000 times sped up, killing the final boss with a broken sword. Whenever she has the hit rates to do that, like whenever she doesn't have 0% hit with a broken sword, I do it because although it takes so much real time to ever win a fight with the broken sword, I mean, why not? Why waste money? And at 13:45, Leaf will clear the final arena and reach 11 minutes. After that's over, I'm not going to commentate for all this time. That's just pure RNG abuse. The boss kill on Bloom was really unreliable, but it didn't look that way because, well, as I was burning for other RNs, I just waited for the first combination that would let me kill Bloom. So that's Chapter 7 completed in 21 turns. That cannot be improved at all. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time with a chapter that will hopefully be more interesting. Bye.